Hare Krishna. Excuse me. Hare Krishna. My name is Nrsimha Kavaca Das. The service I do in ISKCON is ISKCON Deity Worship Ministry. And yeah, we just try to inspire and guide devotees in deity worship. So I just got a short presentation. And it was interesting, yesterday we had the Honourable Minister from England here, and he was talking about his reception here and how he requested things to be low key and all that sort of stuff. And I was thinking, while he was talking about that, because he was saying I'd be interested to know what high key is, and I thought, well, maybe he should come and see the elephant procession, and then he could see what high key is, you know, with the deity worship there. And also, another thing I was reflecting on is the theme of the ILS is more devotees and happy devotees. So I feel with the ministry we also have a role to play in that, because the reality of it is, if you have happy deities, then you have happy devotees. There's no way around that. And there's mentions this in the Shastra, says, Yasmin tushte jagat tushtat. If Krishna is happy, the whole universe is happy. So you can't avoid that. So I just wanted to basically discuss, you want to, just the next slide. Just a little bit about what the ministry does and what our activities are, and about our goals and mission. So the first one on our mission is everything we're doing, we're trying to base on the teachings of Srila Prabhupada. We research through Prabhupada's instructions, see what he has to say, and then try to amplify that so devotees can understand what Prabhupada is presenting to us. And with the next one, I'll speak more about this later, offering education, resources, etc. Then the third one here is, can everyone read that? I remember the other day I was up the back, I could hardly read it. Our understanding is unless the devotees who engage in deity worship have the appropriate attitude, the appropriate understanding, then they're not going to be able to please Krishna through their activities. So we feel it's very important that devotees take up the appropriate Brahminical culture. Next one, please, Prabhu. Next one. So this is a bit about our vision. Currently in ISKCON, there's quite a problem. There's a lot of devotees. A few years ago, I went through the US, and many temples there had non-Brahmins engaged in cooking. Some places I've been in the world, I've seen they have non-Brahmins on the altar. Some places I've been, they even have uninitiated devotees on the altar. That's rare, but you know. So we see in the future that there will be only Brahmins doing deity worship in temples. This is the standard that's given in the Shastra. This is what explained by Srila Prabhupada. Second point, in order to please the Lord, we need to understand what is the system of worship that he gave. So that's why we're engaged in training, so devotees can actually understand how to please Krishna. Next one, please, please. And these ones are quite natural, I feel, to have the deity in the center of the community. And the last one is deity worship is an integral aspect of the preaching. Prabhupada said several times clearly, deity worship is preaching. And anyone who comes here, who's the biggest preacher in all of Mayapur? Radha. They just draw, people by millions come here just to see the deities. No one is a more effective preacher than Krishna. Okay, so just want to talk a little bit about our activities. Unfortunately, you can't see that picture so well, but there we see Jananivas Prabhu. And he's showing devotees how to put the deities to bed at night. So this is over in our school. So this is my understanding of the role of ministries. The primary function of ministries is education and training. So our primary activity here in Mayapur is we have the Mayapur Academy, which is a school primarily focused on deity worship at this point, but eventually will expand into all types of Brahminical activities. And there we train devotees how to, bathe and dress the small deities, wake them up, put them to bed, how to cook for the Lord, how to dress the deities, how to make deity clothes, how to observe festivals. All these different types of training is going on there. And of course, anyone who's interested to come and have a look, we encourage you to come and have a look at the Mayapur Academy to actually see how the training goes on. We have like model deities about 3 foot high, modeled on Radha Shyamasundara in Vrindavan, and we have some smaller ones. So the devotees get practical experience. Not just they sit in a class and they get told how to do it. Practical experience, they get assessed on that experience, but also at the end of the training, they get time in the Pujari department here, time on the altar, so we can actually see how they interact in a real situation. So it's very instructive for them. Then also we do on-site training. I travel around regularly visiting temples, guiding devotees. and trying to inspire them in deity worship. Next one, please, Prabhu. A little bit about resources. Don't go backwards or you'll lose the whole lot. Yeah. So just go forward to resources, please. Different types of resources we have available, various publications. We brought out the 4th edition of our Archana Journal. If you haven't seen the Archana Journal, we have a booth over here where you can get the Archana Journal. It's all about deity worship, lovely pictures, etc. The last one has a picture of our Mayapur and Nrsimha on the cover. Then deity worship handbook used to be called the Panchrat Pradeep, but we've renamed it now to Method of Worship. That's the name Prabhupada gave it. That will be, we're aiming for Gaurapanim next year, but let's see, there's still a lot of work to be done. Then also training videos. We have various videos available, especially if anyone's interested to see on YouTube. Vaishnava Archaman, if you search for Vaishnava Archaman, you'll see a video that was done by the Mayapur Academy there, or Deity Worship Ministry. And then also, we're in the process of developing online courses, having discussions with Yadanandan Maharaj about that, and hopefully that'll be coming soon. And also, deity worship, I don't know what you call it, resources, I guess. We're making incense. So anyone who's interested in offering pure incense to their deities, which you know has no chemicals in it, no animal products in it, then you can buy incense from us. This incense is also used, anyone who's offered Arti to Prabhupada, that's the incense that's being offered to Prabhupada every day, is the incense that's being made by ISKCON Deity Worship Ministry. Also, next slide please, Prabhu. We have websites and online. You can go to the next one please. We have 2 websites. This is our deityworship.com. This is our main website. On this one you can see at the top it says worship. There's 4 divisions of worship: temple worship, home worship, festivals, how to observe different festivals, and also worship of Tulsi, education and training. This will include links to the Mayapur Academy website, also online training, things like that. Contact, then the news section. We have this, this is just a screenshot, but this section here will eventually roll, and it will have all like the latest things happening in ISKCON in regards to deity worship. Then here, this is our Mayapur Academy website. Across here we see we have a study. So that section there describes all the different courses we're offering. We're offering about 12 courses now related to deity worship. Then online applications, if anyone wants to come, they can go online and apply. Service opportunities that are available, about the school, why we've established the school, what we hope to achieve. Our library, this is another one of the resources we have. We have over there a library which has probably got about 7,000 books in it right now, and it's growing. 3 days ago, we got the last 4 Chinese Srimad Bhagavatams, 3 of them, 8, 9 and 10th canto. We also got a book from Krishna Chetrabu with pastimes on deities. So everyone's welcome to visit the library. It's open from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. 6 days a week, not Sundays. And it's open for all devotees to come, photos, etc. like that. Next please, Prabhu. Then, again, support. The Deity Worship Ministry offers various types of supports to devotees doing deity worship, but also to temples. Correspondence, I regularly answer hundreds and hundreds of letters every year relating to deity worship. Also one-to-one meetings with pujaris, managers, etc. like that. Providing contacts and resources, where to buy wigs for the deities, where to get these types of materials, where to get these things, who can paint your deities, things like that. Often challenging for some temples. And then basically just encouraging pujaris and also leaders in deity worship. Because the thing I've seen is that the leaders, if they get involved in deity worship, not necessarily doing it, but if they see what's going on, they give the pujaris feedback and encouragement stuff, that is going to help the deity worship program. And then the last one, please, bro. Monitoring and reporting. I regularly travel and visit temples and do assessments of the worship and then give the temples feedback on how the worship's going. And I find this is quite a positive way of empowering people to improve their worship. Okay, so this is our contact information. deityworship.com, this is our main website. mayapuracademy.org. Then there's also an online forum where devotees can write in their questions, and there's many senior pujaris around the world are on that forum, and they can answer their questions and things like that. So any questions you have, there's a good place. And also you can write to me personally at nkd@pamho.net. And also over here we have a booth, and in the booth few things going on. We have our magazines available, Art-Chan journals. We also have incense, which is available. And as I mentioned, it's pure incense, designed for offering to the deities. And yeah, so please visit the booth. And just another thing, just in closing, we're also trying to, build up a community, worldwide community of devotees who are discussing deity worship, and a place where they can present their realizations, have problems solved. So for the pujaris in your temple, please, in the gift bag, my card is there with my contact details. Just pass it on to the pujaris in your temple if you're a pujari yourself. I don't mind getting emails. I don't mind answering emails. So if there's any way I can help, please let me know. Thank you very much for your time. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.